Yo! Hello. How we doing? How is everybody today? Welcome to Hellstormwargaming. My name's Mikey. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm live early. No one can complain at all. Live early, bro. Hello. Come in and say hi. We've got a lot to talk about today. Hello. I just want to tell the entirety of my Discord that, yo, I'm live. What are we talking about today? Talking about a huge Warhammer scam. Also, crazy AdeptiCon drama at everyone. Catch me live now. Also, if you're watching from outside the UK, we are in British summertime, so our clocks have gone forward. Or back, I think. Something like that. Our clocks have changed. Don't know why they didn't send. How did you shit the bed? What are you asking me? Did I shit the bed? No, I didn't shit the bed. I haven't shat the bed in at least a month. In at least for at least a night. Which is technically not wrong. It's because I'm early. Well, I was just sat here waiting. Couldn't be bothered to sit and wait. Dan Main, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome early, gang. Well done. Get in there. Yeah, I'm live. Literally bang on 7. I was live at 18:58, but there we go. Theo, hello. How you doing? Theo? Nice to see you. Nige, early storm. Yeah, that's me. Can we get extra marbles for being early? I don't do marbles anymore. It was stole, and it's technically an illegal lottery, so I kind of sort of avoided it. Hello there, Hellstorm, says Mike Tyke. I don't feel bad. I tied my own shoes once last week. Can tell you're from Yorkshire. How are we doing? Hope you all had a good weekend. I was fucking so badly Saturday. I was so badly Saturday. It was brutal. Obviously, I was a bit ill on Friday. Saturday, I was rough as fuck. I was so bad. It was brutal. He's trying not to copy others' content for once. Lambo, you're not safe from the banning. You're not safe for the muting. I can mute anyone. I'll mute anyone on this platform. So welcome. We've also got a new game, chat. We've also got a new game. You have to test it. If you super chat, become member, I'll tell you all about it. But someone has to become a member or super chat or gift or whatever. Or use a Twitch Prime over on twitch.tv. I'm live on both. We came up with a new game Friday, which is fun. But because I was feeling so sorry for myself Saturday, because there was some, I was just feeling really sorry for myself. I bought loads of new stuff, and I'm going to show you some stuff, which I got off Amazon, which is cool. Do you think there's some conspiracy that miniature won? No, not really. The scam? No, it's not a scam. Don't be silly. Don't be silly, Mr. Lambo. Don't be silly, boy. Don't be a little silly boy. But I bought some cool stuff. I'll show you. That can be our warm-up. So I bought some... I've got a cool idea for a video. So I bought some wire. Okay. There's no Golden Demon controversy for once. It's too soon. Everyone's still on flights. They've not had a chance to post on Twitter. So I bought some wire. Very thin wire, as you can see. Thanks, shout out to Spence Painting for recommending the size, but you can actually hardly see it. You can actually hardly see it, which is cool. So I've got like a really cool video idea. I've built, all I'll say is it fishing line? No, it's copper wire. Jewelry special color copper wire. Ta-da. There you go. So it is metal. And I built, this is for my Darth Vader. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. I've seen something cool. I've been seeing stuff, a lot of cool things recently. I saw something cool and I was like, I kind of want to try that for a video. And then I built Darth Vader the other day. Okay. So I'm gonna wrap Darth Vader in metal wire. But I also got some scribing stuff. Okay. So I've got another video idea. This is for multiple different videos. I've got some scribing tape, and I've got a scriber, which is like a chisel, which is cool. So this is for Gundam. Now, I'm not going to reveal too much about the video, because I know what people like. People love to watch my streams and then steal my videos. But all I'm going to say is, this is for Gundam. And yeah, this is like a... Oh, they're all going to fall out if I do that. There we go. So you get like a cool pot of like different sized chisels, as you can see. Not looking in the best condition, but it wasn't expensive. Let me just grab... I'm just going to grab the biggest one.
Mikey!
Yo!
Super chat £4.99. Is the drama that you're teaching people to use razor wires?
Thanks for the 5, dude. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. What a legend. Why does that... Wait. YouTube trying to log me out. YouTube trying to log me out. 1 second. It keeps doing that. He keeps logging me out for some reason. Thanks for the 5, Papaya. We've got a fun game. If you can see this now, we've got a little timer. This is a 10-minute timer. Okay, and every time someone does something to the stream, such as super chat, send a gifted member, become a member, prime sub, anything like that on YouTube or Twitch, it'll go up 1. And our max score is 15. Okay, so let's see if we can get to 16 today. That'd be a cool thing to do. Thank you, Papaya, for the 5. But no, I'm teaching people to use razor wire. But yeah, I've got like a chisel, look. A little chisel thing. Focus, damn it. So he's got like interchangeable, and it's for like, oh, you see this groove that's a bit poo? Let's just fucking get in there and scratch it out. Oh yeah, look at that. You can't see very well because it's zoomed out. So yeah, so that's the that's another thing we bought. So that's for Gundam specifically. So you might not be super excited, but I've been trying to get one, but no one's been able to like help me to be like, here's a really cool set that's not £500. Because like all the like official brands you can't get in the UK, and then like some of them that you can get in the UK, they're like £100 for a set, and I'm like, that was 15. I'll give it a try. I'll give that a try for 15 quid. And then the other one, which I think is actually quite cool, which I'll post a link in chat. Well, let me grab a link to it. 1 sec. You might be interested in this one. What's that? It's coming. It's coming. So this is 20 quid. All right. This is 20 quid. Let me get it for you. No, not that. Come on. There it is. This is 20 quid. Here's a link to it. Bam. Alright, it's a fucking electric drill. Rechargeable. I've seen all the YouTubers use these. Yo, Kuno! Thank you for resubbing for 29 months. Appreciate you. And Hockham, thanks for the Prime. Hockham, thank you so much for the Prime. Try Stedler pigment art pens for delicate painting. They sound fun. But I've seen all the big YouTubers use like electric drills, and the one that everyone's using is like 100 quid. This was 20. It's just a little... Can you hear it? No. It's just a little drill. Which is cool. It's a little electric drill. Look at that. Because I know some people use like real hand drills, and that's crazy. Because you're drilling little bits of plastic. This is a little USB one. You got your little drill set. Mikey vaping. Got a little drill set. Got a little drill. Let's put one in, shall we? Have a look. So it's USB-C powered as well, which is nice. There's so much that's USB-C powered now. I was always against USB-C, and now I'm like, you know what? Actually, it might be quite good. I thought it's quite nice. Kind of wish it was possible to do slightly larger bit sizes. Yeah, but then you go to drill it out initially with the electric one. Yo, Lambo! Thanks for 28 months. Look at we're up to 4 now. Let's go. Thanks for 28 months. Why don't you talk about the year of chaos? That's GW's job. So it has an Allen key in the bottom, look. This is the other thing I don't like. I wish it was like a traditional drill bit holder. So you undo your Allen key. Get your little grub screw. Wait for it. Oh, that came out way too far. I think that's in. Wait for it. Do I have to do so? Ah, there's multiple grub screws. I'm an idiot. I was like, that's not gone down. Why is it not tightening up? There's multiple grub screws, chap. There we go. That's in now. Okay, this is probably my only concern with this one in particular, that I have to like do it with an Allen key, and there's 2. That's a bit poo. But for 20 quid, we'll get a try. Ready? Hell yeah, let's drill something. Let's drill something. What are we going to drill? I don't have anything. Give me something. I want a base or something. Where's my bases gone? Oh my god, I can't find a base anywhere. It was plastics broken. I found one. I dropped it. Ready, chat? Live chat. Live test. What's about the plastic? No, it's designed for little ones. I'll do it this way. You ready? Where are the cats? No. Oh, okay. Got stuck. No, stop. Ah! Stop! Okay, I need to put it on higher so it drills through the base. That's on the fastest. Yeah, that was pretty sick, to be fair. First test. Made a hole. 20 quid well spent. Yeah, exactly. You see it. It span round. Chat, 20 quid. Made my own keychain. Look at that. One sec. Sweet, I'll take 2. Drill team, yeah. Chat made a keychain. I made my own keychain, look. Cute. Hey, for 20 quid, I'll give it a go, you know what I mean? For that price, I'll give it a go. What's the biggest drill bit it can fit? Probably this one. Which I don't know what size it is. I think it's probably like 2. It won't go much bigger than this. Remember, calls future drill injury. Oh, they're not inscribed on here. But I like that the Allen key sits in the bottom, which is cool. But it does block the USB charger. Mechanic blend. Let me check what it is. This one, it comes with 10 drill bits. And the drill bits are 2.2 mil. That's the biggest one. So 2.2 mil. If you want to do anything bigger, buy a bigger one. You spent, how much is it? £22.59 on the spring sale. This is an affiliate link. Buy one. Help me out. There's a link again if you want to try it out. Quite fun. So, yes, I mean, I bought some little stuff because I felt a fucking dog shit on Saturday. I was just having the worst day ever. Just feeling sorry for myself and ill. So what have you guys been up to? How's your weekend been? I appreciate you coming and watch this live stream. I'm live every single... Clock's went forward. Fuck. Same thing. Clock's changed. I'm I hope you all had a good week. I appreciate you doing that joining the live stream. I'm live every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I must have been feeling really shit. Watch AdeptiCon and seeing that you can beat the Dakar if you're the reigning world champion. Yeah, that will fucking do it. That will do it. So today we're going to talk about a huge Warhammer scam, not clickbait, actually crazy scam that I saw. We're going to talk about the AdeptiCon finals and who actually won, because I'm sure you might have heard something, but I'll show you the full goss. And then we'll talk about Golden Demon, I think. I think that's the plan for this evening. Because there's something like pretty crazy that happened over the weekend. But yeah, so I've got like a couple of video ideas in the bag, but I've also been sorting out my spare room. So ever since I got the cats, I've not 3D printed in here. Everything got cleaned up when I got the cats. I have like another room for 3D printed, but that became a storeroom for dumping stuff because of the cats. And I've been clearing that out for the past few days as well. So hopefully I'll be able to like move my printers in there. I bought some new shelving unit from Costco. I've been like doing that for like the past couple of days. So I'm excited to like get like a proper little 3D printed workroom again, sort all that out. Should be good. Should be good. So it feels like I've been busy, but I've also not released any videos, so I do apologize. But yeah, I've just been fucking absolutely fucking brutal.
Mikey!
Super chat £4.99.
Papaya, thanks for the 5.
A drill that some YouTuber is shilling.
That is true. That's what I've been doing. I've been shilling the drill. And thank you for ticking us over to 5, okay? Don't wait, because if this goes down to 0, we'll never hit the high score. We'll never hit the high score. So, appreciate your Papaya Pride. And we've also, as you can probably tell, is we've got a new alert. So if you send a £3 or more super chat, it plays Guy from Midwinter Minis. I haven't told him yet. I haven't told him yet. I'm just waiting for him to come onto the stream as someone to super chat so we can hear it. Just like no one tell him, and then when he's watching one of my videos, he'll be like, what the fuck? Why did I start shouting? Another DIY video on the cards. Jokes aside, yes, I think. If I give 50, does it just go up by 1? It does. It does, I'm afraid. You're going to have to give 50 one at a time, which would be funny. So yeah, so I've... it's something I've been wanting to do. Obviously, I built the new studio a couple of months ago. A month ago, basically finished it. And I've kind of like... I really enjoyed that project. And then I kind of come here and I'm like, this room is a fucking mess. This room is a fucking state compared. And this is very much like a working room. It's not big enough. There's too much stuff. So I've kind of like been sorting out my other room so I can start printing again. And then I'm going to rebuild this one. So if I give 50 one at a time, the bank will... I mean, they'll be fine. Just say you're buying a coffee, you know? So yeah, so I'm tempted to do a rebuilding this studio video, but it won't be quite as intense. I know what I want to do. I just need to find the time to do it. And I feel like the time to do it is soon rather than later, you know? There's a little bit of downtime in my schedule. And I'm like, okay, this is the time to like fucking sort everything out. So yeah, so I'm going to be moving my painting desk behind me. There. And then shelving unit on each side, which would be cool. But I need to paint the shelving units. That's kind of like that's what's putting me off. So yeah, I want to change this room around because it's like it's a right mess and I'm kind of fed up with it. It was cute when I had stuff on there. Now I've like got like a random table with a 3D printer there that really needs moving. That needs to go in the other room. Lots of little shit. Lots of little bits and bobs that need sorting, right? So hey, I've got that same shirt. I hope you got it from me. It's a great shirt. Also mine. Wait for warmer weather, you can paint outside. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty warm already. I want to paint. I just need to paint the shelving. I'm going to have black shelving, I think. Because I've got white bookshelves. I'm just going to repaint them. So, yeah. So, like, my old bookshelves that I was using to store Warhammer in my old studio, I'm not really using right now. Because I've put everything into War Mag boxes, which has been great. So I'm thinking about putting like 2 bookshelves, one on either side of the standing desk there, and then moving all the printer stuff out of here. So I'm excited. I'm excited to kind of get it done. But yeah, it's just like one of those when I'm doing DIY, joking around, moving shit and whatever. I feel like I'm like not making videos or content, so I feel like I'm letting the side down, as it were, you know. So War Mag boxes, yes, War Mag boxes. Why can't I see? Let's see. If you go use my link, you know, if you use my link to warmag.com, okay, you can get the boxes, the magnetic boxes. If you use code Hellstorm at checkout, okay, then you get 10% off. All right, and every time you use the code, use the link, that's great. Use the code, I get a kickback. All right. So if you didn't know, if you go to the Discord, go server guide, free stuff here. These are my affiliate links and discounts and stuff. So yeah, so I use War Mag boxes for everything. I've got like 60, 70 now of them now. It's crazy how many I've got actually. But it takes up so much less space than what it used to. Let me see if I've got a picture. I don't think I do. I think I deleted them all. I think I need some 9XL boxes. The XL boxes are good, to be fair. They fit Imperial Knights in, which is cool. And then, I mean, outside of Imperial Knights, there's not much else you need to store for Warhammer. What I'm trying to find is like a good size that's just overall larger, because I think Warmag 9-litre and 9-litre XLs are great for like traveling with and taking to places, but I want something that's like good for just storage. Kind of just like to keep all my vehicles in the same box. Do you also have the only Warmag apron? I do, yeah. I do have the one and only Hellstorm case cooking. Maybe that'll come up. I have the one and only Warmag apron, which is like there's none others in the world. Not even Julian, the guy who runs the business, has one. That's me. There you go. That's me in my kitchen. Bottle WD-40 on the side, because of course. What do you just carry around the boxes? My hands. My hands, usually. Oh, I realised I not put the screen on. There's the Warmag apron, because they sponsored a cookie stream.
Welcome to a very special stream.
This was so funny. This was good, to be fair. I used a Warmag as a cutting board. You know, I was in. To be fair, I followed that recipe. I followed the recipe to a fucking T, and everyone kept shouting at me, being like, "Don't do that." And I was like, "What do you mean? I'm following the recipe to a T." You know, I nailed it. It was great, to be fair. When was the last time you watched anyone else do a cooking stream in Warhammer? You know, I'd love to do another one. It was quite funny. Mike, I need your help looking for a great event. Any suggestions? That's a great shout, Mercenary. If you type !shop in chat. Okay, someone type it for us. !shop. I'll type it. I'm lazy. Type !shop. We do have an event this month. Less than 3 weeks away. Okay. We have, if you go over to our web store, as you can see, I go to shop. You can go shop by latest if you want. That's probably going to be the quickest way to find it. Now we've got 2 40k events on. The Age of Sigmar events are being changed around, so you can't see those. They're currently private. We've got 2 40k events. We've got April and August. Ty, thanks for gifting a membership, you bloody legend. Thank you so much for the gifted. As well as Big C, let's go. We've got an event on the 19th and 20th of this month. Okay. Now it's £61.75 if you're logged in on the as a member on the website. If you are a member of YouTube or a Twitch subscriber, you can get a bigger discount than this. And we have, we're doing food. We've got 5 types of terrain. All the terrain's getting redone as well. That's kind of why I've been redoing my 3D printing room, because I'm like producing loads more terrain. And it's happening at Outpost, which is where my studio is. So, Big C, thanks for the gifted as well. What a fucking legend. So if you'd like to come along, make sure you just jump on. It's on the 19th and 20th of April. It is the Easter weekend, so if you got plans with it for Easter, then you can't make it, then understandable. But it's going to be a great time. 60 player capacity. We'd love to sell out. I think we're about half sold now, which is cool. So if you can make it, make sure you come down. Be really sick. Be really cool. So what are you starting a 40k streamer bake-off? Good. I'm probably the most qualified now. Huge Warhammer scam. What's Valorant done now? I'll tell you shortly. So very soon. That's the first topic of the day. We'll talk about the scam. You need a box or 2 for your Team Kings. I do, yeah. I got a 9 litre XL for a brass scorpion. That's sick. Didn't know that. Well, have a look. I want a table war case, but with shipping and import, it's like £500. Fuck off. A Warmag box is like 18 quid. A Warmag box is like £18 or something. You can... I think that's probably better, you know? I think you can afford maybe 18 quid. Buy yourself a 9 litre box, really useful box, and a Warmag base sheet. Get yourself some premium insert magnets. Don't get the other ones, I will say. The other ones, for 40k, won't lie, pretty rubbish. Okay, told Julian I don't like them. I love the premium ones, they're perfect. But the other ones are good for Shatterpoint, which is nice. So the other ones fit perfectly inside the Shatterpoint bases. But yeah, get the premium insert magnets, they're the best ones. So yeah, we're going to talk about some scam that popped up last night, which I was really surprised at. We're going to talk about AdeptiCon Championship drama, and we're going to talk about Golden Demon. Okay, so we've got quite a lot to go through today. But if there's anything you want to ask me before we start, now is the time. Excuse me. God, I can't stop coughing. That's a problem. Have you seen the Table War stuff? It's ace, but I don't live in the USA. I have no idea what it is. Table War case. This. Bro, fuck this off. This is poo. You can't be paid 200. No offense to them. I'm sure with shipping into the US it's fine. Bro. $260 plus shipping? Bruh. Bro. That's so expensive. That's so expensive, dude. What the? I'm sure they're nice, but... That's crazy. That's crazy. Right, Warmag, as I said. Warmag, use code Hellstorm. Okay. Grab yourself a box. 4-litre box, perfect for Space Marines. Okay. And you get a base sheet for 16 quid. You know, get a 9-litre XL. This can hold 2 Imperial Knights, or 3 Imperial Knights, sorry. £22. Sorted. Sorted. You get 10% off of this by using code Hellstorm as well. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. You just need some magnets, that's all. Go magnets. Premium insert, okay? Premium insert. Don't go for the other ones, okay? Love you, Julian. Love you. Great product. Don't buy the other ones. Buy these. Smash it. All right. Is 9 litre big enough for an Astartes? I don't know what an Astartes is. I don't know what an Astartes is, okay? So, no. These are great. Do I have an example here? Desolator. Best unit ever. Bam. Magnetized. Do I have metal? I don't have any of my warmer box. Oh, I've got warmer box right here. So they fell over because I dropped the case. So this, don't look at this. Okay, let me just quickly sort these out. Let me quick. I dropped the case, okay? It doesn't count. I'm just flipping them all over because I literally dropped it from about... I was holding it, dropped it, and I was like, I'll deal with that later. But guess what? Nothing's broken, which is the main thing. This is my Emperor's Children army. I'm just trying to put them all back on their fucking bases. Come on, flip over. So this is a 4-litre box with a Warmag base sheet and Warmag inserts. Okay. I had 1 dives, that's all. I had 1 sword break and it dropped it from 6 feet. If that doesn't sell it to you, I don't know what it does. It's just the noise marines are so chunky. That's what's good and bad about them. They take up so much space. I think that's all of them on the bases. No, not quite. Come on. You two can just come out for now. So this is a 4-litre box, as you can see. Who's fallen? A noise marine? Get on that fucking base, man. Get on that base sheet. There you go. So if you don't drop it, it's great. You know? Another noise marine's fallen. Get on there. They're not actually fallen. What's happened is they've all bundled up, so they're not actually stuck to the base sheet. They're chaos, they're all fallen, that's true. There you go. 18 quid. Plus your premium inserts. I'm going to put the rest of these in here now. So yeah, they've all got bases, the premium bases on, so they all sit snug inside the base. The other ones kind of sit on top. I don't like those. Well, there you go. There's an Emperor's Children army in 1 box. They've risen now, yeah. So yeah, they're great. Use code Hellstorm at checkout. Don't be paying 500 quid for a case. No offense to Table War. You can't be shipping them that far, bro. Chaos Minis on a Hellstorm stream. I must be dreaming. Yeah, normally they're printed. Normally they're printed out. I have 3 9XL and each hold 2K variant armies, Tarscale and Drukhari. Yeah, Big C has the XL one, which is like, basically it's a 9-litre with an extra large lid. So it's actually more than 9 litres, but the main box is 9 litres. And he's got like magnet sheets on the top. So he opens the lid and flips it over and it's another base tray. So it's only 1 box, it's great. Get your cat out for the chat. They're downstairs. Will the 4-litre fit a demon print on the side? I think it will, yeah, but I'd just get a 9-litre. A 9-litre. If you're not sure about the size, go for a 9-litre. I use 4 litres for anything that's like marine Terminator size. Because if it's noise marines, fine, as you can see. You know, like, they've got plenty of headspace. Like the icons on the backpacks have got a little bit of headspace left, but I want to go much bigger. So, chat, the counter's about to run out, by the way. We're trying to get 15. We're trying to beat our score of 15. So if you'd like to super chat, become a member, now's the time. Now's the time to do it before it goes. You've got about a minute. And I'll tell you about the scam. I have to use 9-litre for my custodians. Yeah, custodian banners are too tall. Custodian banners are too tall, definitely. That's the problem. Custodians fit fine. Banners too tall. Bikes with the spears in the air as well. Too tall. Great job, Papaya.
Oh, Mikey.
Close one. Close one.
Mikey.
Thanks for the 5, Papaya. And Sass, thanks for the 1. Is it going to reset in time? We're all good. We're at 9. Let's see if we get to 16. Okay. If you become a member, gift a membership, super chat, prime sub, send some bits, just become a Twitch sub, gift some subs and stuff like that. All adds up. You don't have to do it right at the end as well. If you do it now, it doesn't reset. But you got 10 minutes to get it to 10. All right. 10 minutes to tell you about this new scam. All right. Chat. Where's my Mikey soundbite? £3 or more, I'm afraid, Sass. £3 or more. I fixed it. Chat. Imagine this. Okay. Imagine this. You're me in bed. I know. Not with me. You are me. You're in bed. And you're there. Your pop socket's broken. It's now here. So you're holding your phone above your face in bed. And you're scrolling. And you're just scrolling. Try not to drop your phone. And you're just scrolling TikTok like we all do. Okay? Bright light in your eye. Trying to stay awake, but trying to scroll till you see something interesting, but you're also falling asleep at the same time. Okay? And then you come across an ad. Okay? When I hate ads, you know? That's why you should watch with YouTube Premium. I get more money from it. I come across an ad, and the ad is this. Now, I can't play the sound for too long because it plays a copyrighted song. I haven't sped it up, so it might be alright. Now, I don't know what this animation is from. It looks like a great animation. But I don't know what it's from. I don't know where it's come from. Okay. Ad time is classic. Wargaming, I hope you use my code, dude. It might even say Merc or something. I don't think this ad is owned by Epic Miniatures Hub. That's for sure. It looks like Dawn of War. It isn't Dawn of War. Okay. I don't think it's owned by Epic Miniatures Hub. That's all I'll say. Yes, I did speed up the tempo. So, whoever's this animation is, make something. Sorry. Okay. Sorry in advance, but you've been robbed. Alright. But obviously, whilst the animation looks really cool, definitely stolen, it says, big sale, all items from $9.99 with a picture of a Knight Dominus. And they already had my attention. Now they've got my curiosity, you know? So I clicked on the ad. I know, I fell for the scams. I clicked on the ad. And it brought me to this. Welcome to Warhammer 40,000. Warhammer stores, orders over $30, ship free worldwide, up to 90% off everything. No code needed. End soon. 7 hours, 39 minutes. And I was like, holy shit. This sale's ending soon. I better have a look what they've got. And they've got quite a lot, it seems. As you can see, we've got this scrolling bar. It's playing a video from Warhammer. Very genuine, as you can see. It's got all these cool models at the bottom. Very genuine. Okay. It's got all of these games. I play the Old World. I play Warhammer Horus Heresy. I play Age of Sigmar. And then there's another timer. New year, new deals. A one-stop shop for all your gaming needs. 27 days. And I keep scrolling. That Knight Castellan. And there it is. There's the Knight Castellan. £11.16. £11.16. 47 in stock. 463 people. 483 of you in this right now. 500 have purchased this in the 7 days and get it between the April 7th and April 10th, which is next week. And 11,000 people have wishlisted this item. It's limited stock, exclusive limited deal, and I can choose what quantity I want. Okay. And the sale ends in 11 hours. I thought it ends in 6 hours. Wait, that was 7 hours a minute ago. Now it's 6 hours. And now it's 11 hours. NBSP. This is some HTML shit. Atari Knight Dominus class NBSP. Specialized in long-range artillery fire. This kit comprises 172 plastic components. This sounds really familiar. You know? This sounds really, really familiar. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. We got some discount Warhammer. This video is sponsored by the Outpost, by the way. We got Primaris Dreadnought for £7.22. Combat Patrol Templars, £9.89. What a bargain. What a bargain. Angron, $9.99. The Lion, £6. Bit expensive compared to everything else. The Ultimate Starter Set, £9.89. I was like, whoa, guys, they've got so much. They've got loads of Necromunda, all the gangs, £5 and £7. Chat, I just want to make sure it's fully clear that I'm being very sarcastic while I'm talking about this. Please do not order. The only thing you should be spending £5 and £7 on is a gifted membership, because this time is running low. There's like, what is Warhammer? Unbeatable prices, authentic, high quality products. And I was like, what else do they have? You know, I like thought maybe I want to look at some old world. You know, I did the coaching on Friday, so I've got the old world. We've got some Warhammer the Old World dice set for £6. We've got Cooper Island for £6. Disney Family Puzzle. This is the old world. This is really old. We've got Legendary Secret Wars Volume 1, Sphinx Campaign, Parramatta Monopoly, The Witcher. Oh, there we go. That's better. We got the Fantasy Old World Forces of Fantasy for £6.92, and we've got the Old World Core Set Toon Kings of Khemri for £10, 10 pence. What a bargain! The sale ends in 12 hours every time. There's 42 left in stock. There's 492 people viewing it right now. Chat, you're one of them. This number's wrong. There's another 100 odd people watching it this minute. Yo, Des, thanks for the £1, dude. Really appreciate it. Thanks for keeping our number up. There's 13,591 who have wish listed this product. Add to cart. Let's get one. Oh, guess what you want? One of the Hell's Last limited edition. These were like £45. You get one for £5.72. And also, Tau Stealth Battlesuits are £3.71. What a bargain. What else we got in Old World? 16 pages of Old World. Oh, there is actually some Old World stuff here. Okay. Knights of the Realm on foot. I'm pretty sure they're 50 quid from GW. No, they're only £9.29 here. We got the Successors, a Space Marine Anthology paperback, £2.72. It's absolutely smashing it. So we do have some Old World. We have some Old World books. Papaya, thanks for the 79p, dude. We've got some Witcher stuff. We've got the Warriors of Chaos for £9.50. So, what's Warhammer stores go? It just doesn't go anywhere. All I'm going to do, chat, let's just have a look at this timer. The 90% off sale ends in 6 hours and 49 minutes. All I'm going to do is just refresh it. It says £6.49. 6 hours 49. I'm just going to... Can I just do a little refresh when it gets to 48? It's on 48 now. Let's just reload it. Oh, it's back to 6 hours 49. Isn't that crazy? Just going to wait, just to make sure. Just to make sure. I'm just going to wait until it gets down to 6 hours 48 again. Maybe 6 hours 48 and 40 odd seconds. Okay, that's 49. Let's just do a little refresh. Oh, it's 6 hours 49 again. Isn't that crazy, dude? Isn't that crazy? What do I get if you put in my discount code on this website? Robbed, probably. So, as you can see, this is a very strange one. Because I dropped on this last night. Never heard of it before. Not seen anyone talk about it. But they're advertising on TikTok. They're paying for advertising. You know? And they're allegedly selling everything for like 10 quid. You should stay on the website, see what happens when it hits 0. I think it'll just automatically refresh by the time we get there. So I went to About Us, had a look. We are warhammergame.com. Welcome to warhammergame.com. Now, I just want to let you know, chat, we are on warhammerzone.com, not warhammergame.com. We click that. It takes us to warhammerzone.com/pages/warhammergame.com, and it says, not found. It's just straightforward to introduce quality products to a wider audience. Moreover, our customer service team is always ready to assist with any inquiries. Should you have any questions, feel free to contact Roman at koitier.com. What's Coitier? The price of screen will rob you. Now, surely a good deal. What the fuck's Coitier.com? Coitier, can I say, if I put it in quotes, will it come up? Google. Dutch? Is it Dutch? Maybe. Anyway, you go to contact us. Just email Roman. This website is great if you need to cancel your card. The privacy policy. The data you provide. We collect personal data you provide when you use our products and services, otherwise interact with us, such as when you create an account, contact us, participate in an online survey, use like online help or online chat. If you make a purchase, we collect personal data collection with the purchase. This data includes your payment data, such as your credit card and debit number, and other card information. Yo, chat, at least they're honest. They're upfront about it. We do collect your credit card number when you put it in. How we use your personal data? We sell it on eBay. What else did it say? We collect your billing, shipping, and contact details. That's fine. It's funny that they do. This data does include your credit card number. Now, I just want to let you know that when I collect your credit card number, because you buy something from Hellstormwargaming.co.uk, I don't have access to that because you're going through like a system. You're going through an external system, such as PayPal, trusted, you know, such as Stripe, etc. I don't have access to anyone's credit card number. These guys are quite upfront and saying we take it. Okay. Anyway, actually, I was trying to look. The thing is with it says Copyright Games Workshop at the bottom. And you go to follow us. Now, on my phone, not a lot was happening, but I'm going to try and follow them on Facebook. I know, Twitter. Let's try and open them on Twitter. That is just my Twitter feed. That is twitter.com they've took me to. Okay. Let's just go back. Let's follow them on... They've got the Warhammer logo in the email address as well. Let's follow them on Instagram. That took me to just Instagram.com. And it just says, there's just nothing. There's nothing here. There's no links to anything. I'm not going to click on Snapchat because I'm not a nonce. Tracking order, I wonder what that does. I can just bang anyone's order number and track it. Excellent. Is the return policy a smiley face? Let's look at the return policy. If you order to cancel, you get a full refund. Well, you cannot cancel the order if the product's already shipped out. Pretty standard stuff, I think. Roman, though. Roman is getting thrown under the bus on this one. Anyway, chat. I thought this was really weird. Oh, look. It's let's just get a quick refresh. Oh, my God. It's gone down 10 minutes. What the fuck? It's actually gone down. That's crazy. Anyway, chat, I wouldn't recommend buying anything from this website, but I'm just a bit like... on one hand, I'm a bit confused, but also then I'm not confused. They are clearly doing something right to get people to buy off this website because they're advertising it on TikTok, you know? I sent you a DM about that email. Oh, we got a scam tracker. I was on the impression I was on Dick's Sporting Goods website. I ordered a pair of shoes for my daughter for Christmas. After completing the order to me, I was looking at the order information and get the tracking number and realized that nothing about the email is correct. I contacted Dick's Sporting Goods. Is this a meme? They said, did not have an order for me and that it was a scam. I submitted a fraud claim with them and emailed the scam and asked them to cancel the order and issue a refund. They refused to acknowledge that I wanted to cancel and kept telling me my order was on the way. I was given a tracking number and I tracked the package for 45 days until it said delivered, which it was not delivered. I contacted them to say there was a logistics issue and they would issue a refund. However, a month later, I've still not received a refund. And now there are 2 or more charges on my credit card I did not authorize. I've now disputed the charge for Christmas and filed a fraud claim on my credit card company about the 2 additional charges. So Dick Sporting Good. Is it? What did you do to find this? Oh, it's RomanCoitier.com. There he is. There he is, chat. He stole $78 from this poor person for Dick Sporting Good. Isn't Dick Sporting Good a meme, surely? Yo, chat, our time is about to run out, by the way. I'm about to lose $78. The time is running out. Clearly, they're actually succeeding in scams. Clearly, they succeeded in these scams, and what they're doing is just taking your credit card information and then just buying stuff with it. Probably ads on TikTok. No, it's real. I should know. Fair enough. So it's actually wild, to be honest, that people potentially actually buy it, whether people go through. But I mean, when you've got like an ad like this, when you just scroll, you might not even think much of it. Now, obviously, we're savvy. We see a Primos Dreadnought £7.22. We're a bit like, that's not legit. That's not real. But yeah, so that guy's clearly been called out before and is still using the same email address, which is actually even crazier, to be honest. I think it's actually crazier to like use the same email that's been like publicized as a scam. So yeah, anyway, just keep your whips about you when you're buying stuff, and like grandparents, parents, whatever, family members.
Mikey!
Yo, thanks for the 3.
You had me at £3.
Yeah, you can super chat £3, or you can get your entire credit history stolen off you for £3 stealth suits. Appreciate it, Big C. Well, legend. There we go. It's updated. There's a little bit of a delay, so don't mess about if you're ever thinking about it. So yeah, so watch out, basically. Thought that was actually crazy, and I'm surprised no one else has talked about it. It's wild that... Where is it gone? Let me bring it back up. It's wild that Lambo found it. Cheers, Lambo.
Super chat £4.99. Don't get scammed. Give money to Mikey instead.
Exactly. I'll take you £4 and I'll spend it on like food and rent. So yeah, so watch out, because that's actually fucking wild. So actually crazy. So yeah, watch out for Warhammer Zone. Don't let your friends or family accidentally buy you something from it that have their credit details stolen. For those prices, some less savvy people might take a punt thinking they could do a chargeback. Jokes aside, I did try and consider it. I was like, do I order one? But then I was like, it's all credit card. There's no like PayPal option, obviously, or anything like that. I was a bit like, I might order it to see what happens, because I wouldn't expect anything back. But the thing is with it is anything like that is you're not risking a £10 with free delivery. You're risking your credit card information. So I was like, you know what? On second thoughts, probably not my smartest idea. Because on one hand, I'm happy to chuck away 20 quid for a bit of a joke to see what happens. But yeah, it's not 20 quid I'm chucking away. It's my name, my address, my phone number, and my credit card. So use your online banking to make a burner card. Interesting.
Super chat £3. You mean I can get an entire GSC army for 300?
You can, clearly. Thanks for the 3, lab. I really appreciate it. And Michael, thanks for becoming a member. Let's go. Do it with a prepaid card. I could. How do you get a prepaid card? Prepaid card UK. Prepaid, just load and pay, safer than cash. Maybe I'll get a prepaid card and try it. Watch him try and take £2,000 off me, off my fake card. Oh, look, we're at 15, chat. Our high score is 15. So if we get one more membership, super chat, or anything like that, we'll beat the high score, and then we'll see have to see what score we can make. So yeah, so watch out. warhammerzone.com, randomly advertise if you're a TikTok scroller like me. Randomly advertising. Watch out. Watch out. Very scary shit, really. Scary shit, to be honest. Because it's just like, if other people, if you don't know, you go buy one. Oh yeah, he buys a Warhammer. He never tells me it's expensive. I'll buy him one. Done. What's the channel that paid for all those Warhammer scams? What do you mean? Is there a channel that pays for Warhammer scams? I know Squidmar does. We bought scams from Army Painter, which is obviously not a thing. Excuse me, chat. Sorry. I'm really coughing tonight. I think it's I'm talking a lot. So yeah, anyway, watch out for that. That's what I wanted to kind of bring up. That's what I wanted to bring up. So I think we're ready. Unless anyone else got anything else to think about it. I know Lord Gitface just tagged me in. You can report it to the government. Maybe other people might want to do that as well. To report at fishing.gov.uk. But I think we're ready to move on to AdeptiCon otherwise. Cheers, Gitface. Appreciate it. So yeah, so we can move on to AdeptiCon drama now. Chat, who watched AdeptiCon? Did you watch AdeptiCon? I did on Friday. Some of you might have watched it with me on Friday as well. It was not good. The drama was not good. Yeah. Fuck's sake, Des. Oh! This is what Des does. That's what you do when you send me a super chat. You know that, don't you? When the money runs out, when the characters run out. Jojo, watch along. Let's go. Thank you for the super chat, Des. Appreciate it. Thanks for the 5. We beat our high score, chat. Look at that. Look at that. Let's go. Look at that. Maybe we can have a thing now. So 16 is our high score. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. High score. 16. Super chat or become a member to start a new game.
Mikey! Super chat £3. Oreo.
For God's sake. Well done. Well done, mate. Thanks for the 3. Appreciate you. So, AdeptiCon was this weekend. You might have seen. Now, there was a... Thanks to the team for fire. Joe is smashing the goal. We're at 18. Let's see how high we can get it. Let's see how high we can get the high score. That's 18. It's never been that high. This is only the second time we used it. So we were watching the stream on Friday. If you tuned in on Friday, I wasn't very well, so I didn't play games. So we did some old world stuff, and then we looked at the reveals from AdeptiCon for AMG. We saw the fire. Thanks for the 5. Appreciate you. More Decker indeed. We watched the reveals from AMG with Star Wars and the new paints. We watched the Infinity reveals. Hell yeah. If you know, you know. I watched Infinity for the plot, by the way. We watched... What other reveals did we see? We saw the reveals for Battletech Gothic, which is crazy. And then we finished it off by watching the AdeptiCon. Okay? The AdeptiCon Championship, sorry. So the AdeptiCon Championships were streamed by GW. Obviously, Wargames Live were also streaming it. But they're streamed by GW. We are watching the top 32 because there's like at AdeptiCon, there's a singles and a team event. So singles is like Thursday, Friday, and then they have the final on the Saturday night. But then they have the team event, which is Saturday, Sunday. And I didn't realize the team event was team doubles events, which I thought was wild. Which is like a crazy concept, but also quite fun. So it's essentially teams of 4 with 1,000 points. Single detachment, 1,000 points. And then they were like teaming up against 2 other players from the team. So it was essentially team doubles. So you could swap your partner between games, But yeah, it was team doubles, which I thought was wild. And there was like some like mini rules where you could play, rather than being a doubles, you play a team, you'd be a double. So then you just go against another double. And then sometimes you just one, so you play against just one. I don't know, it was really weird. It was really crazy. I was expecting to see a traditional team event, but I thought that was actually quite a cool concept, a little bit different. So yeah, so I was watching the GW coverage. I wasn't watching the Wargames live one. Not that I don't like watching the Wargames live one. It's just that the GW one had the finals, and I didn't want to watch Wargames live on stream. GW don't mind me watching their stream on stream. They don't mind me like reacting. Obviously, with Joe, it's a bit different. So yeah, so I was watching the final, and chat, let me know, just a quick question, who won AdeptiCon singles? Who won the AdeptiCon singles? Just let me know in chat. I'm sure you've got an answer. Oh, thanks for the 5, dude. Holy shit. Thanks for the 5 gifted. What a legend. If you've just been gifted membership from Arhane, make sure you say huge thank you. Arhane is very generous, dude. Appreciate it. Arhane won. Yeah. AdeptiCon teases more about the theme, paint job, sportsmanship, etc. going on forever. Definitely premier 40k event at AdeptiCon. I mean, it's fine. It's just I thought it was a really an interesting way to do team events. Maybe something I'll steal. Maybe something I consider in the future. Maybe a little yoink and twist, you know. But chat, some people have said Eldar won Adepticon. Some people have said Gladius Task Force. One person's got it right. That's right. Neither one. Because obviously we get silence. Oh. I don't know if you heard that because it was so quiet. Let me just rewind it ever so slightly. This is a game between Space Marines, Gladius Task Force, using the same list that Sam Nash won with Goonhammer last week, versus Folger Piles, reigning champion using youre.
If you are on Twitch, you can hit him !win, but this will be World Eaters Helm. It is open right now. The players keep you posted on everything that's happening. I'm going to keep this open for 3 minutes.
Pure silence. Pure silence, which is funny because because GW doesn't have like background music a lot of the time. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They don't have player commentary, and they're trying to be quiet because there's no other games happening. So they're trying to be quiet, so they can't like spill anything from the commentary, which is fine. But it's obviously just silence.
Folger Piles has officially clocked out.
Well done, AdeptiCon Finals! Reigning champion Folger Piles loses to a time-splitting device. Actually hilarious, dude. Big love to Folger, but fuck me, dude. Oh, fucking imagine. You've made it through 300 people. 300 people. Got this game pretty comfortably on turn 4. 14 points ahead in quite a dominant position. Conan has 2 brutalities, some infiltrators. He does have Gulliman left, but he's in combat with Incubi.
So now they're playing through the tournament's procedures on how to handle the clock. All the judges are here on hand.
Can't believe Tall called it a clock. That's a time-splitting device, sir. But I actually lost the tournament, as we'll watch out. We'll find out.
That means he will not be able to kill Gilliman.
Essentially, the big player is here because he's using Imperial Fist. So he's got the Dawn model to use his Gulliman, which is cool. Like that, love that. He's got a Brutalis Ballista stuck in combat here. He's got Ballista stuck up here. Gulliman here in combat with loads of Incubi. The Incubi are about to pile in onto the objective, absolutely dominate primary, and they lost to the clock.
When a player clocks out, they're no longer able. So this is the rules of Adepticon. Nothing. us or anything we have on this or present. It's purely the event.
Games show having more audio issues than me. What Adam's trying to say. Now, big love to the commentators. Nothing personal to the commentators. They're obviously working for big companies, so keeping their P's and Q's correct. Adam is trying to say that, just so you know, guys, the clock, the clock isn't part of GW's format. Okay, the clock is Adepticon, not Games Workshop. This is nothing to do with 140k. This is purely Adepticon's problem. But because he's talking so quietly and they've got quite an aggressive noise gate, that every time he starts talking, his volume gets cut.
The event, once you clock out, you're only able to roll saves. That is it. You're able to score.
He's trying to say, like, whilst when you get clocked out, you can only roll saves. You can't do anything. But because he's talking so quietly, he's talking so quietly.
Additionary secondary cards, you're not able to models take any
half his voice is getting cut off. It's worse than my audio.
action like shooting cards.
I'm one-man band. This is a multi-billion-dollar company.
Now, the other player does have to play through their time. It's also very possible that they are on the seconds.
And big love to Paul.
Right,
He's trying to add the colour commentary, but it's like the other player does have time. We can't actually see. The clock is just here, just off screen. It's actually under the overlay, so we can't actually see how much time is left. But I think once one person clocks out, because the other person can't respond, your game goes very quickly. Your game goes very quickly. Why are they in a separate room? It's too much of a technical hassle. I totally appreciate why they're in the same room, but I feel like a couple of soundboards in front of them would have helped.
It is a 14-point differential here, but there are
so at this point, turn 4. I think Conan's going second in this battle round. I've not watched the full game. I didn't care that much. Folger will score because he's timed out. He'll score natural stuff that happens just because he stood there, such as like holding primary, for example. They're playing Burden of Trust, by the way. Holding primary, we'll just sit there, we'll score points. He had defense stronghold, it'll automatically score there. But it's like he won't be able to score anything else. And at the end of the game, after everything, Conan just gets to do whatever he wants because it's a clock out, you know.
Selected as a third. Selected as a third.
Excuse me. And he ends up winning by 2 points, I think. It's like 58-61 or something like that. 2 or 3 points. I'm trying to find it.
To a finalized score.
Runes like 59-61 is exactly the truth. We are not super close to the players, but because of the vacancy of the hall, we want to make sure that nothing actually impacts any decisions or.
So I understand. I said no hate to the commentators. I understand what I understand the language they're trying to use, because they're trying to say like the clock is an Adepticon thing, not a GW thing. Because obviously this is not a very good sales example, or like a very good marketing piece for Warhammer 40k, where the top table clocks out, you know, and then just like essentially one guy loses just automatically. Because when you clock out that early, it's too late, you know. I think it's too late at this point. He can do whatever he wants. He can just go stand on objectives, and he doesn't have to think about his opponent anymore.
Try to kill anything, so he has the time to kill anything.
So I think he goes and wins by 2 points. GW allowed a 7-hour AOS final. GW hate clock. They do hate clock. But this is an Adepticon clock. Sorry, time-splitting device.
Going up to
it's a time-splitting device, not
primary score.
Not a clock. There's a lot of funny things that they started saying, and I know they're just trying to cover their own backs, but it's kind of like, the clock's actually done by the players, not even by the event, because the event still has time to play, but the players are on a clock, and now they've run out.
Sheet as the players update theirs.
Some very funny commentary, but again, they're trying to cover the backs, which I appreciate.
61-59.
That's the final.
That's it. That's the final score.
So then the final,
Jennings has
the final of this, one of the world's biggest, most well-known tournaments on the planet, comes down to one player fumbling and running out of time. Folger, the one guy who fumbles the bag twice on stream, twice at 2 of the largest events. Oh, man. Oh, Folger, I feel for him. If you don't know, Folger was on stream, not this Las Vegas Open, the Las Vegas Open last year, 2024, 2024. Yeah, 2024. And he played against a guy with Necrons and he kind of screened his backline. Also playing Eldar at the time. Also, time is about to run out, chat. Just let you know. Just like, if you want to get to 21, time's about to run out. He was playing against Necrons with Eldar, and he screened out his backline, but not big enough, not small enough that a monolith could deep strike in his deployments. And so he lost the game because the monolith deep struck using the 3-inch deep strike into deployments and absolutely obliterated him. And now AdeptiCon, he lost to a Clark. Absolutely savage. Absolutely savage, bro. I feel for him so much. Time is out on stream. Is it? Oh, just saved it, Papaya. We almost timed out. So, actually, so shit. Such a shit way to end championship. It's not a very good advertisement for competitive 40k. But chat, rather than just me laughing, taking the piss, what do we do? Because, like, 3 hours is way too long to play Warhammer. It's way too long. But people can't finish games in 3 hours. As a tournament organizer, I get it all the time. People just don't finish games in that time. It's super frustrating. But then as a person who goes and plays tournaments, sometimes I'm like, oh, fucking hell, let's go on. We've only got 5 minutes left. I'm only on turn 3. Let's crack on. Games Workshop, and I've spoke to them about this before. Anytime set to 5 rather than 10. It might be on 5. It's supposed to be 10. We'd have to let it run out to find out. It says 600. I spoke to GW about this before. The game is really well balanced, but the game is too complicated, too big. So I was speaking to a GW design employee where they were playing an AdMech Horde and they were timing out, you know? And I was like, we need to make the game faster or the game smaller, because you can't be playing AdMech with like 500 models. This wasn't even AdMech, this was Space Marines versus Yunari, you know? And they were like, the problem is if we balance the game for the 2,000 points, and we're constantly balancing, and if we just up everything in points, the composition of an army completely changes. Which is, oh, sorry about the music. The composition of the army completely changes. If we just go, right, everything that was 100 points is now 120 points, you know? If he literally upped everything by the perfect percentage, the game would be smaller, but the armies wouldn't be balanced because everyone would have slightly different compositions and they wouldn't be able to cover all their bases. And I was kind of like, what do we do then? And they were like, what we have to do is balance the game where stuff is just better at less points, or more points, sorry. And I was like, that just sounds like such a big job. And they're like, yeah. Yeah, they should. But clearly, I think there's an issue, personally, because people can't play the game fast enough. The game is way too complicated. There's lots of reactions. There's a lot of, like, thinking time, waiting around, kind of questioning. And 3 hours is a very long time to play a game. It's usually a 9 to 12 hour day to play Warhammer, not including breaks. It's 9 to 12 hours. And we're still not finishing games in those 3 hours. And I think the main issue is just there's so much things to think about, you know? There's just so many things to think about. Now, yeah, Broken God. AOS does it very well. Every unit costs is a lot, but does their job well and gains are faster due to less models. Yeah, that's the thing. It's Age of Sigmar is 2,000 points, but there's so much less stuff on the board compared to 40k. And 40k seems to have kind of gone like starting quite small in terms of like armies. And as they've tried to balance, them armies have got wider because the way they balance stuff a lot of the time is to increase and change the points, you know, increase or reduce the points. Reduce the points on stuff, usually that gets you an extra unit. You know, if you get an extra unit, that's more stuff to think about. But the game's way more complex. There's a lot more options to do stuff mid-game, such as like Do I want to auto pass a battle shock? Do I want to redraw a card? Do I want to move this unit? Do I want to reactive move? Do I want to overwatch that unit? There's so many decisions to make in Warhammer. Now, a lot of people are saying we should get rid of all the rerolls. I honestly don't think the rerolls are the problem. Personally, I think the problem is there's too many times to make a decision. I think there's way too many times to... Now, I might be wrong, okay? I'm just going off of what I understand of the game, right? And when I'm playing, there's just lots of times where there's just kind of going, do you want to do anything? And the opponent's going to be like, I don't know. You know? There's lots of decision making in Warhammer. It's constant questioning and answering, you know? And the thing is with it is because we have so much stuff, there's way more times for us to think about questions and think about answers. And I think that's like, it's really... I don't think the game's bogged down. Some people might disagree. I personally don't think the game's bogged down. I think the rule set's great. I think the armies work functionally fine. I think the problem is yeah, a lot of people get analysis paralysis, a lot of thinking time to decide what you're going to do. You know, not only are you being given a new mission every turn, something to think about, you've got the option to change it, as I mentioned. So that's just like a lot of thought process before you even start the turn, you know. So ultimately, I think we need less stuff on the board. And I think there's rules changes that they could do to speed things up. As I said, I think making, like, the card system is great. I love it. But being able to swap them every turn is good and bad. Maybe make them all a little bit easier. And then you can't swap them. So you just draw and that's what you've got. You know? Because in Age of Sigmar, you choose a secondary every turn. But that's just thinking time. It's like, oh, what can I do? What units can I move where to do which one? Which is best? Which one do I want to save for next turn? That's another similar problem. So it's like, yeah, it's just the game is clearly... This isn't the only time this has happened, obviously, but this is like a prime example. A top table, the final of one of the most well-known tournaments in the world is won because one player ran out of time with a chess clock. Because the chess clock, sorry, time-splitting device, as GD would like to call it, is the only way that Games Workshop the only way that tournament organisers have found a way to kind of stop people slow playing and stop people actually letting people finish a game. Because if these two didn't have a chess clock, they'd keep playing, and one person, Folger in this instance, would ultimately be taking more time than Conan. I don't know how much time Conan had left at this point, but they both played 3 hours together, but Folger had taken half of that time to play his game. Conan hadn't quite taken half that time. And the only way you can make the time fair, because we don't have unlimited time rounds like we did at the Warhammer World Championships when there was a 7-hour game of Age of Sigmar, the only way you can make that fair is by splitting the time in half, because it's an asset that you have that ultimately, in an ideal world, the chess clock is there to speed you up so you actually finish the game, but it punishes you if you don't. But punishing you on a live stream in front of thousands of people to advertise your game in one of the most well-known events in the world is really shit. It's really not great, you know? So it's like, I don't know, it's just really disappointing. This is how it's been won. You know, like, fair play to Conan, he won. He did win fair and square. They both had the clock. Folger's not new to Warhammer. He won the World Championships after getting absolutely dogged at the Las Vegas Open in January. You know, I'm not trying to diminish his win or anything, but it's obviously just a shame to see the final one because one player clocked out and we didn't get a true ending to the game. You know, which is like a little bit annoying. Jace, thanks for the 3, dude.
Sorry, Mikey, you timed out on this round.
Thank you for the 3, dude. Really appreciate it. So yeah, something drastic needs to change, I think. Because we can't make the rounds much longer because you're not going to be able to get 3 in a day. People really want to put 4 in a day so we can actually get tournaments like actually completed. But if you make the round longer, it just makes the day longer, which means you're going to be more tired and it's just not very healthy. I don't think 9 hours of Warhammer in a day is healthy already. I'd love to see 2-hour rounds, you know, smash out 4 in a day. That's only 8 hours then, which would be good. Or even 3 in a day at 2 hours each. Have a nice chill day. The rounds can't get longer. And according to GW, What's up? Meower. FOGW, they can't just up the points or just drop the points of a tournament game because it'll be unbalanced. So I'd be interested to see what you guys think or what your ideas are. Again, that's what GW said, you know, but ultimately our problems are we can't make the games longer. We can't give more time because we're already short on time today. Because, you know, we start at 9 and finishing at 8 o'clock most days with lunch and breaks and whatever. And we can't just drop the points of the tournament. You know, we can't just be like, all right, it's a 1,500 point tournament. This one. What's up? What's up? Little meower. You're so loud. Actually, you could in fact just drop the points. Well, as I explained, you can't. Because then the game wouldn't be as balanced as it is now. You know? Volger clearly didn't see the timeout coming, which means something went off because something like that, who plays at that level, wouldn't charge Bobby G with his death ball if he knew he wouldn't even get to fight. Maybe he forgot. I don't know. Time is fine and so is points. You know the rules and so do I. You're no strangers to love, Thomas. That's what I say. Play faster? Well, clearly. But the problem is if you play faster, you make more mistakes. Well, he's one of the best players in the world. Well, not even allegedly. He won the World Championships in the last 3 months. You know? Why is he timing out on a live stream in the final? Kill Team is 2-hour rounds at a tournament. It flies by. Yeah, Kill Team is a great example because you have, again, it's the decisions. You have literally one squad on the board. You have 10 models on the board, and that takes 2 hours to play. You know? I'd be so much happy with 2 4-hour games a day, but I'm not really the target market for events. Well, that's how some places like some games like Heresy do it. They do 2 4-hour games. Because ultimately, there's like an event that doesn't want a true winner. It doesn't really matter how many games you play. You're going to play for fun. But the problem is you've got these events which are trying to get a true winner. We've got a top 32 cut. It was quite weird because I think what happened at AdeptiCon is that you went for a 7 or 8 round tournament. You played the first day, 4 rounds, and then you make the top 32, and then you don't play any more event if you don't. Which is like wild. You know? You can't really judge the state of the game based on one top table going to time. Yeah, but Jace, this isn't an isolated incident, is it? You know? This happens all the time. People clock out, as I said, myself. Sometimes I run out of time. I have to play fast at the end. I've only clocked out in an event once, I think, but I was literally on my final turn. And what else was I saying? Yeah, like people clocking out isn't an isolated incident. This is just a very large incident, you know. And again, it's no like sweat on the players or the commentators or whatever. I'm not really like critiquing. It's very funny to see it happen on a live stream, this flagship event. But obviously, I think there is a deep issue with people going to time. You know. Would removing faction strategies be so crazy? Yeah, it would. Because then, like, what's the point? I think you have to, like, give me more. Give me more to work with, Wes. Lower the amount of rounds. I mean, like, battle rounds. But then the game wouldn't feel like it's coming to a... Do you think we should only have 4 turns? The guys who tell you your time's up, yeah, literally. On the whole, how often do you think you do clock out in all the games you play? Surely that would be a small percentage. Yeah, but clocking out is not good. Clocking out at all. It should be 0. We should be completing games in the 3 hours. The only reason we shouldn't be completing games is because we got tabled, in my opinion. Maybe less strats per detachment. There's only 6. That isn't a lot, to be honest. A lot of the time, people play with like 4 because some of them are just shit. Maybe if a top player in the world can't play under a regular time allotted, there is not enough time allotted. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like, realistically, the ultimate answer is, we'll give them longer. But we are running out of time. And we're literally starting in the dark and ending in the dark. There is less and less daytime available to extend the rounds, you know? 40k used to be 4 turns and roll to if you continue. It did. You used to have to roll for turn 5, roll for turn 6, roll for turn 7. But yeah, I think there is still an issue. I just think overall, they do need to kind of go. Maybe this is what they're planning for 11th edition. Maybe not. I don't know. They kind of need to go. The game's got too many models on the board. And whilst that's great for selling models, people aren't finishing games. The game's too long. Games are too complex. I honestly think they could take a tip from Age of Sigmar and just repoint everything in the game. And I think they do have to kind of like rebalance every unit. Do AOS games go faster overall? Well, a lot of the time, a lot of AOS rounds are 2 hours 45, including setup, you know? So even though it's shaving 15 minutes sometimes, but you just have less stuff on the board. We just need to have less models on the board, I think. But to do that, they need to rebalance every unit in the game. Less models make it less cool as a game, though. Yeah, I'm not saying like half the units, right? Okay, your timer is 10 minutes, which we are just bad at time management, which is why we nearly clock out. My timer is 10 minutes. Speaking of, time to get real low, chat. Speaking of clock, my time splitting device of 10 minutes is about to run out. Upping the lethality of the game won't speed up the game because we won't dare to move. Yeah, you'll spend more time trying to hide if you up the lethality, you know? I mean, the whole decision to root points for equipment and also squad sizes was bonkers at the beginning of 10. Does that speed up the game or slow the game down? I don't think it does. I think we could say there's an element of dice roll. I think it's weird when you get like a unit that's got like 10 different weapons. That can probably slow things down. But I do think it's a decision thing, you know, personally. Personally. The clocking out thing should only happen if there's a significant time differential between the players. Say one clocks out and the other has 25 minutes left. Well, then what do you do? If you clock out, your opponent has 25 minutes left, are they expected to give you another half of their time? Why should you get more time than them if there's only 3 hours? Eighth and ninth fell quicker. This is about to run out, chat. Chat, we're about to run out. We're about to go. You got like 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm counting too fast. 5 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 2. Oh, James, it comes in with the clutch. Well done, Jace. Well done, dude. Holy shit, the clutch. Chat, you're going to fuck this up, you know, don't you? You're going to fuck it. Big C says, 8th and 9th felt quicker while playing given all of the strats, but it was more lethal overall. Was it more lethal? Was it more lethal in 8th and 9th? I feel like 10th is way more lethal. Real answer, Folger's opponent is a bitch for not sharing his time so he could have a true victory. Well, we don't know how much time he had left. If he only had like 3 minutes, then... If they both had like 3 minutes. Now that a defensive arms race at the end. Yeah, it's true. But then they had like all of the invuns and then ignoring invuns, etc. But yeah, we don't know how much time, Dadbon. If he had like 45 minutes, then maybe. If he had like 2 minutes, then no, you know? They're teammates that take his BS. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think they are teammates. So I think going out and calling Conan a bitch is a bit harsh, you know? And again, I'm not like trying to call out either player. I'm not saying either player did anything wrong. They're the rules at the end of the day. They know what they sign up. They know what they sign up for when they buy a ticket. You know, most people know what they sign up for when you buy a ticket to any event because it's the same at most events. I'm not blaming the players for the situation. I'm asking why are we running into this problem on the top table? You know? So let's not like criticize the players at all because I don't think either of them are doing anything wrong. Don't make things more lethal. Just remove defensive strats. Less game stopping. Easy to quick roll things. Things die quicker. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you could get rid of more defensive strats. The game would inherently become more lethal because there's less defensive stuff. But we're removing one of those decisions, right?
Mikey!
Thanks to the 5 Big C.
Drukhari and 5 Inqui 1 bombed Bane blades back then. Now they just polish the headlamps. Weary face emoji.
They do. Big C, thanks to the 5, dude. You're a fucking legend. Okay, but that same logic, Mikey, says we're current on Twitch. You said we can't increase the round time because X, but if they say final round at top table is 4 hours, then that's what you sign up for if you go. Yes. Yes. However, that's only fixing the final. We're giving 4 hours to the final. That's a long time to play Warhammer. What I'm trying to say is, should we be increasing the round time? Probably not. Obviously, you can. Easy fix, increase the round time. You know? Every round's 5 hours, okay? You start at 9 in the morning. Game 1 finishes at, what, 2 in the afternoon? Game 2 starts at 2:30, finishes at 7:30. Game 3 starts at 8 o'clock. You're there until 3 in the morning, you know? Or 2 in the morning or whatever. Yeah, we can just increase round times. If we made the final longer, probably would help. I agree. I'm not disagreeing. Obviously, that would be stupid. However, what I'm trying to say is that I don't think the fix is to increase the round times because we need to fix it for every game, not just a final. You know? WTC has a 4 rounds, and even then, sometimes vampires can't finish. Yeah, that's the thing. I think if you have more time, I think people take it slower. That might be another thing. And even then, some time vampires can't... Time vampires is hilarious, dude. I love that. Time vampire. Don't roll dice, just take the average. I'll be able to actually kill things then. Yeah, let's just make it average and fuck the dice off. That would be quicker, to be fair. I think Thunderers in AOS is a good example of simplifying shooting profile. Playing to time, but making mistakes helps separate top players and mid-table players. Yeah, I think there's like an element, because the thing is with it, though... Excuse me. The thing is with it, is with Warhammer, we kind of forced it to be a bit of a stamina game. You know what I mean? We've kind of like... Well, we haven't, but the way things have panned out, is Warhammer competitively a stamina game, you know? Because it's like, well, the more tired you get, the more mistakes you get. And we're talking about doing longer than 3 hour rounds, as chat has made a very good suggestion. Make the rounds longer, you're less likely to clock out, I agree. But now we're going like 10 games in, because we've got so many players, and every game takes 4 hours. Is Warhammer just a stamina game rather than an actual like strategic battle game, you know? Because part of the strategy is being able to last so many games with so long rounds. Personally, I don't think Warhammer or competitive Warhammer should be a stamina game. But inherently is becoming one, or is one now. Look at like Las Vegas Open, which is like 12 rounds or something if you go all the way. Warhammer's gonna be like F1 racing, gonna have to start training like 12 to be 340k playing in 20s. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're gonna have to be like physically and mentally very fit to be able to survive that many games. Personally, I think the game should be way shorter. So, because like if you look at any other game, every round that like in Magic, in esports, etc., every game is like half an hour. Wife can attest, stamina isn't my strong suit. Yeah, it's just I personally don't think Warhammer should be a stamina game, but it is a stamina game, you know? It's become one. It's how many rounds can you keep making tactical decisions well? That's ultimately what Warhammer's become. It's why I don't think I'll ever be like a massive GT winner. I'd love to be. I get tired, bro. I get tired. I get achy. I want to sit down. I want to sleep. I get eepy. 1 hour gym session, fine. All day Warhammer tournament, feet hurt and head tired. Yeah, feet, back of your legs, it's like your calves, you know, your back, it's fucked. I'm a high school esports coach. Crazy sentence. And all that matches at times. Yeah, exactly. High school esports sounds hilarious. But I suppose it's just like any extracurricular thing. Just sounded funny when I read it. I didn't mean to call you out. Apologies, Eddie. Yeah, like an esports game, half an hour, 20 minutes. I can take a share with me. Yeah, you got a hack there, Des. You got a hack. It's not fair. But yeah, like it's like physically difficult because you like stood bending over a table all day trying to make tactical decisions, trying to measure precisely over a probably 6 foot table, because you know they're usually 6 foot. Time to hit the gym, Mikey. Get yourself for that 10th place at Worlds. Yeah. So I think personally, Warhammer has inherently become a stamina game, and I don't think it should be. A guy at beach, I took a yoga mat, used it while other players did movement. Yeah, that's I know. I think I know the person you're talking about. I've got a yoga mat myself, for the same reason. You can do a yoga mat, great, but why are we having to take a yoga mat to play Warhammer? Yeah, Randy is a varsity level sport. That's fun. That's fun. So yeah, like it's like we're having to take yoga mats and Crocs so we don't like knacker our muscles so we can actually stand up for the rest of the day. But when I came back from Goonhammer, not only was I like I got an illness, I was like I got cold, but I was like I got out of the car and I was like, you know, I was like creaking because I've been bent over all weekend because the tables are never high enough, you know. When an event gives you a chance to sit on your opponent's turn, it's nice, but you do feel rude sitting while they're doing their turn. Join their movement phase, mate. I'm down. I'm down. I'm on my ass. So yeah, it's just I think it's just strange that it's becoming a stamina game now. Because it's just the day's too long. I would love the equivalent of 1,500 points on the table. You know, even like 1,300. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's have 2-hour rounds. That's what I'd love to see. 2 hours would be so good because then you have a 6-hour day, 7 with lunch. You start at 10, you finish at 5. You know, that would be so good. It's just the day's too long. Whenever you play like when I'm running a tournament, I'm in before 9. I'm not leaving till 9:30. You know what I mean? And that's 3 days. 3 games. Sorry, not 3 days. They literally have a chair sponsor. What do you mean? Who does? Nah, double down. 3,000 points in 4 hours for 3 rounds per day. Last one to drop wins. GW. Oh, the secret lab. I'm not sure what you're getting at there, Dan. Maybe smaller board gang. Yeah, maybe another 6 inches off each edge. So good. Digital table that does measuring and dice for you. Why bother? Let's just not even bother playing Warhammer at this point. Play everyone on a secret lab chair. Yeah, I know. Like GW promoting it, they had to. I don't think they have like 400. Imagine every table had a secret lab chair. Man, that'd be so good. One day, chat, I'll open a venue. One day I'll open my own venue. And I'll have all the tables and they'll all have a secret lab or Warhammer themed chair. Like this one. A noble chair, maybe. Maybe we should have a smaller board, but everything's slightly smaller as well. Maybe we should play Warhammer on my Warhammer on my tiny magnetic board. You know? 72, everything's in centimeters instead of inches. Don't you think? That'd be so good. Everything's in centimeters, and you sit at a table like play Kill Team. They're a FTSE 100 company. I reckon they can fund it. Yeah, but the thing is with it, it's funding and returns are very different. Don't forget, this isn't even GW's event we're talking about. We're talking about AdeptiCon. It's not GW's. Can you imagine the measurement nitpicking in centimeters? How can you be nitpicky? You can get right to it. Yeah, 6 away. Look, it's tiny. You're both sat at you literally sat like across from each other. You can see right over it.
Super chat 3
Yo, Jace!
Time I'm saving it. It's on you now, chat.
Chat, you've been called out. You've been called out. Last time you're saving it. Des, thanks for the £1 as well. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What a legend. Up to 26. That's the highest we've ever had. Just think everyone at home and play on Tabletop Simulator. The thing is with Tabletop Simulator, that's so slow because it's just not designed to play Warhammer. It's so slow. It's actually brutal how slow it is. You know? It's actually brutal how slow it is. It's not designed for Warhammer. It's designed for playing fucking Monopoly and Snakes and Ladders. Not fucking... They've got, like, loads of stuff that makes it quicker now. You know? It like, makes it quicker because they've got, like, a dice box. They've got, like, pre-measuring stuff. There's loads of, like, little things on Tabletop Simulator. It's all mods. You know what I mean? It's all, like, custom. It's made it a lot better. But, yeah, it's slower. It's just generally slower. Guess we should all go back to play Monopoly. Monopoly's a man's game that takes fucking years to complete, you know? No one gives up in Monopoly, that's the problem. Or you bankrupt, or you just borrow from the bank. Because everyone just makes their own rules up, you know? Only play the first game, elect a champion for each subsequent game. Just roll off every game, why not? No, I think genuinely there is a little bit of an issue that games do take too long. Fix secondary objectives. Imagine if you had to choose a secondary or secondaries at list submission. So you know what you're doing when you get to the table. I think a lot of cleanup of 40k would help. I think like reactions being at the end of a movement phase, end of a shooting phase, etc. would help a lot. Unless it's like all out attack, all out defense equivalent, like using Armor of Contempt or whatever. But I think if we just made all reactions like Overwatch, for example, maybe we just get rid of Overwatch because it's fucking shit. Overwatch is shit all the time. But maybe we make it at the end of the movement phase. A unit that moves can get shot as long as it ended in line of sight, you know? I think that's what they're trying to stop doing, though. I think the reason you can Overwatch at any point is so you can do it at the start or the end. So it's just like whenever you see it, because you can just constantly stay out of line of sight. Maybe if a unit moved, you can shoot it. You know? I don't know. One change I'd make is remove fishing from the game. Yeah, fishing's weird. Because obviously a lot of the time when you've got like reroll to hit, reroll to wound, it's just reroll all the dice. You don't just reroll misses or reroll fails. You always reroll. You can reroll anything, which means you can reroll the success for a better result. such as like getting devastating wounds, for example. You wound on 3s, but they've got a 2-up save, and you're like, I'm going to reroll everything so I can get a dev wound, because I'm a gamer. You know, I think rerolls would go a long way. I just don't think that's the core issue is rerolls. I think the analysis paralysis and questioning is the problem, personally. Me, myself. In the Overwatch with flamers, you don't have flamers. I mean, true. Then again, I did Overwatch a Tiger Shark the other day, last weekend. Blew it up. No rerolls, no buffs. Smashed it. I feel like one of the biggest impacts to reduce time could be the initial setup. I've seen way too many times people using up to 30 minutes of the game setting up and explaining armies. Yeah, that is a problem as well. It's the time it takes to set up is a problem, you know, because you've not only got the board measuring to do, which takes time, especially if you fucking don't read it like most people. You got to set up the board, you got to set up the objectives, you got to set up the terrain, you got to set up the footprints, then you've got to go through the armies, then you've got to deploy, then you've got to roll to go first. It's quite a lot to do. Do we just like put our models down? maybe roll off, right? Then you get to place all your infiltrators, they get to place all their infiltrators, and you just place everyone else in your deployment zone. Because usually, let's be honest, a lot of the time when you're deploying, you have a plan without your opponent, you know? You know what to save the time setting up rules available to everyone, so you don't have to explain it every game. Not being funny, would that actually help? Yeah, free rules, okay. We love free rules, I agree. Games Workshop is starting to see something with free rules, because they keep putting more free rules out, making more money. I think they're starting to see stuff, you know? But you think I have access to every rule in 40k currently? Think I know what half the armies do? Do I fuck? Jay, thanks for the Prime, dude. Thanks for the Prime. Really appreciate it. Hey, Maggie, how are you good tonight? I'm good, man. How are you? Thanks for the Prime over on Twitch, which also triggered our counter. We're at 27. Actually, wild. Don't make it too high, chat. We'll never beat it again. I think you're describing Legion Imperialis. Is that what they do there? Fucking just chuck all your models down. Who cares? The intention is I'm hiding behind a wall, funnily enough. Just throw them down. One of the events I went to, the tiers had set up the boards each round for the players. Everyone finished with about 10 to 15 minutes spare, which was amazing. Which is great. A lot of the time, that's great. Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. Which is great. But the problem is that you can set up a board at the start of the day, and then as soon as people arrive, they chuck the box on the table and move it all. And it's like, great. Brilliant. What have I learned? People can't be trusted. Or if the organizer hasn't put the numbers on the maps and just tiny squares. So I didn't put numbers on the maps because people were spending too long setting up. So I just said, look at where they are compared to the objectives and place them. And then everyone started counting squares. And it's like, you can't fucking win with some people. League of Legends has every champion's ability and every item in the client to look at. You still have people who don't know what any character does. Excess doesn't mean people look at it. It's retaining all that information as well, you know. Let's go back to the old way of one roll. If you win it, you set everything up and go first. You know, I think alternating deployment is dumb, to be honest. One, I catch myself out all the time. One, I have a skill issue. Two, I just think it's stupid because what's the intention when you're deploying? I'm hiding from everything? Yeah, cool. Great. You know? Does it matter who I'm playing against? Not really. Hardly ever. My game plan is I usually look at the board, look who I'm playing, and I kind of know how I'm deploying. But it's all the back and forth. And that's where a lot of time can go as well. Yeah, deployment is a problem, I think. You know, because we're setting up so many units, it does come back to too many models on the board. We're setting up like 15 units every time, you know? And then we're waiting for his opponent. We're trying to bait them, so we're putting out random shit. We're thinking about where the random shit's going to go to make sure we can leave a gap for our important thing. You should just double blind settle like we did back in the day, then roll first. Is what on the clock too? Yes. Yes, deployment is on the clock. AOS detachment drops could be said. AOS detachment drop is actually good. You know? Because in Age of Sigmar, you build your list in detachments, and you have like 2 to 3 usually on average. And you deploy stuff either one at a time, or you drop it as a detachment. So your army is like 3 drops. Was it a Necron character who always sees against initiative? It sets against orks, I have no idea what they planned. Yes. Illuminos is not Illuminos' errors. The Anarchy of the Traveller. He used to buff your season initiative to a 4+, I believe, unless it was orcs. Pour curtain down in the middle of the border, reveal the deployment at the same time. Imagine you put everything on the front line. Fucking YOLO. AOS detachments have required units and limits the unit picks, right? Like a Force Org chart. Essentially, yeah. So you basically choose a character, and that character can only take certain units with him in a detachment. Usually it's no other characters unless it's like a big character, a big boy character. Like, for example, a named character can usually take a sub-commander with them. Stormlord. Oh, was it Imotech? Traveller was one who hijacked vehicles. I thought it was Anrakir as well. So yeah, you have a character, you have certain types of units, so usually you can take, it's usually like one sub, if you take like a named character, let's say like Arkan the Black, you can take one sub-commander, which is like a Cavilos, but not a named one, and they can take all to 3 units, but then there's sometimes like the Cavilos itself can take like 1 Cavilos Death Riders and then up to 3 any unit or whatever, like non-monster usually. So it's kind of like little detachments that you build. It's really annoying for list building, but I think it works really well. And then you drop them down together. They deploy together. Does one drop still determine who goes first in AOS? Yeah, so if you deploy first, you go first. Or choose to go first. Choose who goes first. So one drop, where you have one single detachment that everything's in. You deploy everything at once, but you usually deploy before your opponent. Unless you both have one drop or the same amount of drops, then it's a roll-off, right? Building a 1-drop means you have to deploy all your shit first, but you know who can go first or second. That's the big thing. So I think it's a good way to do it, to be honest. I think 40k could benefit from it. It's just like, because the things with it is 40k you can take fucking swarms of shit and have like 50 units. God, that'd be amazing. 40k the detachments could have a required AOS detachment for more flavor. Yeah, I think it'd be good. So, for example, I haven't got it on screen, but I'll just show you from my app, from Stormforge. So I'll show you my OBR list, for example. So they're called regiments. So, like, for example, in Regiment 1, I have a Soul Mason, Immortis Guard, Mortek Guard, and Mortek Guard. So this is one regiment, and that goes down together. And then I have another regiment, which has Arkan the Black. And when he's my general, he can take a sub-commander, which is the Liege Cavilos. And then I have other stuff in there. And then I have, like, my terrain piece and whatever. So I have 2 regiments. So when I deploy, I can either deploy a single unit, which means I'd have to deploy one at a time, like 40k. Or I can drop a regiment, which everything goes down together. It doesn't have to deploy next to each other. It just all goes down at the same time. Because obviously in Age of Sigmar, you're trying to limit the number of times you have to deploy so you can choose who goes first. But yeah, so it kind of all goes together. So when you add a regiment, it comes up like Regiment 2, for example. And then you press add a hero, and you add a hero into your regiment. So let's say we add Catacross. And then it'll allow you to add the certain units that he can take. So he can take a sub-commander, and then he can take infantry, he can take cavalry, he can take monsters or war machine. So he's a big name character, so he can take quite a lot. Whereas if I take like a really generic character, like a Bone Shaper, for example, a little caster, he can still take infantry or monster. He can't take cavalry, for example. So that's kind of like how regiments work in Age of Sigmar. I think it works quite well. But yeah, that's like it's kind of like a forced force organization, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just a bit annoying sometimes when you can't quite fit a hero in. But that's part of the list building, you know? So, and then what you're trying to do then is trying to drop first. I think the problem is with 40k right now is there's no benefit to taking less units than your opponent. It's actually worse because you just don't have less assets to play with on the board. If you could take, if there was a benefit to having less drops than your opponent, then people would build smaller armies, you know. But there isn't one. I think the problem with 40k a lot of the time is the fact that it is so open, which feels great. It feels great, but the issue then is it's like, well, then I can just do everything I want, and my opponent can't stop it. Speaking of stopping, this time is about to run out. Which is 10 minutes, because Sundes has checked. Our tie score currently is 27. Can we make it 30? That would be sick. Our first real stream making it 30 would be fucking sick, dude. So yeah, I think the problem is 40k is very open. 40k wants MSU like crazy right now overall. And I think this should be like a disadvantage to taking too many. Rather than like a balanced game, balanced list, you know? I think yeah, it's a bit poo, to be honest. The old paradox of I want more, but not more. I want to change things, but things to stay the same. Yeah, exactly. Chat, it's over. Chat, it's over. No. Ah, we did so well. Chat, we made 27. We made 27. We did quite well, to be fair. We did do quite well, to be fair. It's so Jova. That's the end of the stream now. It's 9 o'clock. Timed it well, to be fair. Should I play some daily games and call it a day? Does this mean you now have to buy something from Roman Cottage? Nah, I'm alright, mate. I had the idea of scaling a unit cost based on how many you have, i.e. 70 for the first scout unit, then 80 for the second. Wes, that's such a great idea, dude. That's such a great idea. That's actually so beast of an idea. Having like scaling costs would make so much sense in 40k. It would just delete spam so much. G-Dubs hire me. I'm going to tell GW I came up with a cool idea. What are you going to talk about Golden Demon? Yeah, I'll talk about Wednesday now. We never got around to it. I feel like that was a good discussion, and I didn't want to like cut it off to be like, right, let's talk about Golden Demon. I'll talk about Golden Demon on Wednesday. That's not. I think scaling cost would make so much sense because we kind of have that with unit sizes. You know, we kind of had that with unit sizes because we have fucking like 5 mana will cost 80, and then 10 mana will cost 100 because the extra 5 doesn't. It's just the blatant weeks. You know, we kind of already have a scaling cost for unit sizes. Maybe we have a scaling cost for number of units. Continue with rule of 3. I think rule of 3 works really well. Otherwise, you'd just be playing against 10 Vindicators, let's be honest. But then have like a scaling cost. Yeah, like 1 Vindicator is 175. 2 Vindicators is another 200. 3 Vindicators another 250 or whatever. I think that's such a great idea. People would fucking hate it, but I think it would work so well. I think it'd actually be really, really good. Yeah, that 250 point Vindicator is going to be too pricey. Yeah, but 2, you still kind of like, okay. Yeah, it kind of just deletes, it just deletes spam without like ruining it, if that makes sense. Yeah, I like it, Wes. Great idea. Next time I'm on a call with them, I'll pitch it to them. I'll be like, have you thought of this? My chat came up with this. Only problem is you penalise armies with limited unit options. Well, then the gap doesn't have to be as big, right? If I'm playing Space Marines and I'm like 175 for a Vindicator, 200 for 2, or for the second one. Well, if I'm playing World Eaters, I have 7 units. Maybe like one 8-bound unit is 100. Whatever, I don't know how to put it here. One 8-bound unit is 100. 2 units, the second one's 105. You know? And then special detachments, yeah, maybe they ignore it. You know? Kind of like they did for taking duplicate weapons on Tau Crisis using Knights. Yeah. It's not a crazy concept because they already do it now with unit size. You know, our unit size will be so much, and then the other 5 doubling it or, you know, tripling it doesn't make too much of a difference in points because you want the like Scourge is a great example. Scourges are a cost for 580 or whatever, but then if you take 10, they're like 120, which is obviously way cheaper than taking 2 to 5 because 2 to 5 is better. I said, chat, everyone's going, well, what if you haven't got many units? Well, you don't make the penalisation as big as someone with loads of units. Cowboy, is spam actually a problem? And if people take more different units, games take longer. I think spam is a problem because the only way GW fix it is to hike the points on something to make it useless. They drop points on things to make people take them, then they get too good and people spam them, and then they just hike the points. I don't think it's related to making the game faster. I just thought it's a really cool idea. You know? It would deter people from taking 3, but not penalise you for taking 1. Yeah, like ballistas. Yeah. Yeah, people who spam open units are the problem, right, Mikey? Hate the player, not the game. Fuck! Hate the game, not the player, I mean. Anyway, chat, let's do some Wordle, shall we? I feel like we're going round in a circle. Some good ideas all round, I would say. Some good ideas all round. Does that make the game faster? No. Is it a good idea? I think so. I think it's a cool idea. Oh, missed. Anyway, chat, let's think about some penis. Oh, what a game was that? Oh, how could you? How could you? Bro. Treble. No. Truth. One team. Great. There's no S. Chat, there's no S. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. There's no S. There's no H, there's no E. There could be an A though. Dale do. Booth. No H. Boots. Booty. Oh! Let's fucking go, baby. Let's fucking go. It wasn't penis, it was round the back. It was round the back, it was booty. Smashed it. Smashed it. Didn't see that come in? I did. From the back. From penis to booty in one line. Give props where it's due. Appreciate it. Penis, truth, booty. I found your Miss New Booty. What's another word for pirate treasure? Arsehole. Let's do connections, shall we? 16 words, 4 groups of 4. 4 word, deposit. 2 put away screen. 8 balance. Besides, horse transfer. To boot. Had as well. Tuck in. Withdraw. Tuck in. No. Transfer, deposit. Things to do with the bank. Balance. Withdraw. Things to do with the bank. Nice and easy. ATM options. Put away screen 8-4. Besides horse, word to boot. Had as well. Tuck in 2. As well. 2. No. These are all 2 words. Is that really obvious? No. It's a trap. It was a trap! Besides, to boot. No. No, don't like it. Besides, as well. Like joining words, joining phrases. Besides, as well. To boot. 2. I can't do this great game. My brain is too smooth. Yeah. It's the problem is as well is there's like tricks as well. Like that's ATM options is a that's not the easiest one actually. I can't remember the order. I think it's like green, blue, yellow, purple in terms of like difficulty. Besides and as well are together. Besides and as well. 2. I don't know. I'll say it again. Put away. Screen 8. 4 besides. Horse word to boot. Had as well. Tuck in 2. It's a trick. It doesn't go with anything. Tuck in. To boot. There's some shit here. I know for a fact there's a shit one here. To screen something, to check something. Eight. I ate something? There's no other, like, context for that, I don't think. Tuck in. Tuck. To put it away. Ate it. Is it like horse? Horse it down? She ate, she took in, she put away, they... Hungry as a horse. I can't believe how quick ATM was, and now I'm really stuck. She had. Consumed. Ate, had, put away, took in. No. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's wrong. Fucking American, man. Tuck-in. Besides, as well, to... I'm one of them. Sorry. That's just wrong. I'm going to Google it. Tuck in. To receive a guest or lodger. But tuck in? To secure something. Automate some comfortable in bed by arranging their covers. Shut up. Shut up. Besides, as well, to boot. I don't know what to boot is. Also, what the fuck is to boot? The boot is ideal adding something extra to the ceremony. Essentially means on top of that. No, it doesn't. Screen horse forward. What's this? Play. Foreplay, horseplay, screenplay, wordplay. Who's saying that? Okay. Okay, we smashed it. These two are hard. This one, this threw me off. This threw me off. Right, we're good at this one. Let's do it. Let's do it. Guess the game. If you polyamorous, it could also be foreplay. Very good. Guess the game, chat. Is it? Racking my brain. Is it Lords of the Fallen? The first one? Nope. Okay. 91%. It's a good game. It's a good game. It's 360 era. What's that other one? Summit of the Summit. Shadow. Shadow of the... Shadow of the... Warhammer, Shadow of the Horned Rat? What? Shadow of the Colossus? Nope. Xbox 360, I was right. I was right. This looks super recognizable. Is it Gears? Is it Gears of War? It's definitely not the first three. Gears 5? It's Gears of War. Is it Gears 4? I didn't play 4. Gears of War 4. 2011. Is it Gears 2? Or 3? I do not remember Gears of War. I don't remember this one being number 3. Well, there's Marcus there. Fucking, I love Gears of War, bro. I can't remember 3, though. I don't remember which one I played so much of. I think it was 2. I think it was 2. Can I see... Can you see... achievements on Xbox? What a game. Gears 1 and 2. What a fucking game, bro. Can you see achievements? You can. Jack, I'm fucking 44k, bro. 44k. Paw Patrol Grand Prix. Oh, it's so long ago that I played Gears. Gears. Ah, there you go. Gears 4, 0 achievements. I've installed it. I'm trying to remember which one I used to play loads. Gears 2. I think it was that one. Reached level 5 in multiplayer. Great job, Mikey. When? 2013. God, 12 years ago. No, was it Gears 3? Because this doesn't have many achievements. I thought I was achievement hunting on it. Can I control F this page? Nope. I thought I was trying to achievement hunt on one of them. I was playing one loads. God, was it Gears 3? I just saw it. Chat, did you see it? I definitely just saw it somewhere. Why can't I search? Gears 3, 680. Survived all 50 waves of Horde. Hell yeah! That's a bad takeaway. Should we comment? It's all good, dude. It's all good. All good. It's fine. These things happen. We all get a little bit heated and things we're passionate about. It's fine. Completed all. I've actually fucking finished it. I didn't even recognize it. I don't even know what that fucking is. Complete all campaigns on hardcore difficulty. Only 9% of players have done this. What's our best achievement on Gears of War 3? None of these. These are all fucking... Well, everybody's got these fuckers. I think it's that one. Survive all 50 waves of Horde. Gamer. Chat, I'm a gamer. Alright? When did I unlock that? 2013. Hey. What else we got? What else we got? We don't care too much about Squirtle. Squirtle's a bit poo. What's the other games we were playing? Bandle! That's the good one. Oh, it's been updated. It's been updated. Right, chat. 2017, 1.3 billion views. No idea. No idea. It does sound like Crab Rave, yeah. Is it Crab Rave? Surely not. My monster cat. No. It's going to be so popular, this one. Let's do a sound effect. Do you recognise it? Because I do.
Is it Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke?
Blurred lines. You're not supposed to tell me.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think it is. No, it's not. It goes like that. Yeah. Is it Shawn Mendes?
Do the song again.
I can't now because they've updated it for some reason.
No, like what you sang. Just.
Do 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 do.
Oh, I didn't think that would.
It's Shawn Mendes. Which one did I guess? Treat you better. It's not that one now. That's what I guess. Is it nothing holding me back? Yeah, nothing holding me back.
Oh my god, okay, yeah.
I did. I was up bang on. Bang on.
Also, British is much more better.
What can I say? I can boogie. Nailed it. Got it in 4. Power was 3. So, power 1. Power 1. Not fucking robbing thick blade lines.
It was the base, I don't know.
What about this gives you blade lines?
Not that, it wasn't even that bit.
Wait for it. That.
I think it was just that one note.
Duh.
Yeah, so
Like My Chemical Romance, but shit. One note, you got it. Give you that G. So, 2017 all sounded the same. It was a bit brutal, won't lie. Let's be honest. It was a bit brutal. So,
I'm going to leave now. Quite interesting.
well, that's it, because I'm going to leave as well, chat. That's me for today. Thanks so much for hanging out today. Hope you enjoyed our new game. We got a score of 27. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Thank you for being so generous. And thank you for hanging out for today's stream. I'm going to be back on Wednesday morning. And we're going to be looking at the Golden Demon stuff that's happened. And imagine the drama will come out. And it'll be fun. It'll be good. So I'm going to be back on Wednesday morning. I'll hopefully be doing a video. I've got a couple of video ideas in my pocket now. So should be a good time. So thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you all. And I'll catch you next time. Appreciate you all. And we'll catch you Wednesday. See you later. See you Wednesday, my dude. You can't hear the background music. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. 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 Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.